What's up everyone, welcome to Ben's Car Reviews. I'm Ben and today we'll be dissecting the 2025 Chevy Equinox. Let's get right into it. We knew it was coming at some point, and I'm thrilled to see it'll be the 2025 Equinox model that advances the design to the new level kind of the rest of the fleet is at for Chevy. Clearly, style cues are being used from the new look lineup, and in a way, this looks like a larger Trax now. The front end is also very similar to the new Blazer, so it all makes sense. This is what Chevy really needed to do in my eyes to keep this Equinox up to the same level as the rivals in this very competitive field. So let's see what we have for 2025. The LT is ramped up and ready to bring you much more style and comfort. The LT will be the base trim of the three. The first ever ACTIV trim will be geared towards the off-road adventures. It will have a uniquely tuned suspension and all-terrain tires. We're seeing the ACTIV on the Trax before, Trailblazer, so it definitely makes sense why it's here on the Equinox now. The RS is certainly the most aggressive looking. It will have for you black emblems and badging, 19-inch machined wheels, unique lower fascia and black grille, available black two-tone roof, black roof rails, and mirror caps. So certainly, those black features are going to make this be that more sporty look naturally, which this certainly has. Each trim has its own grille and front fascia that provide a unique modern look to each of these. I love that all three of these look different from each other. You're not even seeing that on far more expensive vehicles. Roof rails are standard on each trim, which I'm glad to see because I've always thought roof rails do a lot for an overall look in terms of making it look more rugged or just more sleek. Adding a feature may not be what makes something look more sleek, but in my eyes it does. 19-inch wheels will be on the ACTIV. 19-inch are standard on the RS, and there are 20-inch available on the RS. Not able to see yet what that LT size will be, but I'd imagine probably 18. I think the wheel designs here are well done and finished. The finishes on them look sharp. The updated light features are very well done. I'm a big fan of the sleek, thin headlight look, and what they did to the taillights is great and certainly unique in today's designs. I love the look with the outside end kind of that tail light angles down. Definitely a cool feature. Cool color options available are fantastic, and not only are there a lot to choose from, there are so many two-tone options as well, which I'm kind of seeing as a trend starting here to emerge across some brands, and I'm all for it. There's available hands-free power liftgate. Chevy says this thing will be able to tow 1,500 pounds. Drive modes will be available in the form of normal and snow for the front-wheel drive setups. All-wheel drive adds an off-road mode. And back to that off-road with the ACTIV trim, you will get all-terrain tires on that. As far as performance goes, Chevy says each of their trims will have a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine with 175 horsepower. That will be paired with a CVT. Certainly nothing jaw-dropping to hear, but I think it's adequate because this isn't a race car. Front-wheel drive will be standard, and all-wheel drive will be an option. Seeing the price points officially will affect how bummed I am that all-wheel drive isn't standard, but I think either way I'll be disappointed by that. I just don't see why that's not the case. I expect price points to fall hopefully between $30,000 and $36,000 for all these trims. Hopefully they all fall in that range. Yes, it's a very nice design, but there's not much mechanically to justify a high price. And I anticipate once pricing is official, all of these trims will be very obtainable, so choosing a best bang for your buck may not even apply here. Really be up to you. I'd love to see the RS come in no higher than $34,000, and in that case, I'll probably be choosing that as the best for your money. Real quick, guys, here at Ben's Car Reviews, I strive to bring the most accurate, relevant information under 10 minutes. There's no misleading and no wasted time. If that's something that's intriguing to you and like this content as you watch, please like and subscribe so I can continue to grow the channel. Let's keep going to that interior. Much like the exterior looks, each interior setup will get you an entirely different feel, which I absolutely love. We need more of that in the car world. Each one is unique with colors and materials, but the overall design will be the same, and thankfully Chevy knocked it out of the park with this updated look. You're going to get an all-new, for 2025, 11.3-inch diagonal infotainment touchscreen and a new 11-inch diagonal driver information center gauge area. I think it's the perfect amount of screen real estate for this vehicle, and the design is spot on. It just looks so sharp, especially with how it flows into each screen. There's wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability, and Google built in. The RS has torch red and Santorini blue interior stitching. The RS debossed front seat head restraints. Cloth seats are in the LT. Evotex on the RS, and Evotex and suede microfiber seating on the Active. Heated front seats and heated steering wheel are standard on all trims. Great to see. Available panoramic sunroof for the LT and RS. Available wireless charger, but there are standard USB ports on all trims, so don't worry if you don't get the wireless charger. You can still charge up. I don't see anything yet about a sound system, but definitely expect a Bose system to be available. 63.5 cubic feet of max storage in this thing. 60/40 split folding second row will allow for that storage. Beyond that, there's more hidden storage under the rear cargo area. Chevy Safety Assist will be bringing many standard driver's assist, safety and technology features for you to keep you safe in your Equinox. Overall, I love what Chevy has done here with these interior setups. It's going to be exciting to see what these things look like in person and really dive into what they're bringing. And hopefully once we see the full list of standard features, that bottom trim LT is not going to get gypped of a lot. The one benefit of having only 3 trims is that the bottom one probably is going to have more features than it normally would if it had, say, 5 or 6. Interview guys, if you're in the market for an SUV, you want to maybe buy one in 2024 here, but you're seeing this 2025 coming out at some point this year, even if it's closer to the end, and you're thinking, woo, I like the new look. Chevy, been around forever. This Equinox has been a top seller for many years. Even in this competitive market, I really like what I'm seeing. But what does it go up against? Of course, it's going against some big players in this segment. SUVs, man, they rule the United States currently. Big or small, they're everywhere. And this is going up against 2 mammoths right off the bat with the Toyota RAV4 and, of course, the Honda CR-V. Beyond that, there's a lot more. Hyundai Tucson, Mazda CX-5. The list seemingly goes on and on. But what they are bringing here with this new Equinox, I think the design finally. I just did 2024, and I'll attach that at the end of this video. 2024 is not keeping up with the 2024s of the competition, but this 2025 look certainly will keep up with them. I really like what Honda's done with the CR-V. Yes, the RAV4 looks great, but the RAV4 is somewhat unchanged for a while now, and they're everywhere, so they don't necessarily stick out to you. This Equinox would stick out, especially if you got maybe that RS or Active trim. But either way, if you want to get an SUV, I would maybe wait and see what these official prices are going to be, because Chevy product is going to be well done. It's going to be a comfortable ride. It's going to look cool. It's going to look unique. It should be a great vehicle for years to come. Hopefully this video will lay things out in a clear way for you guys. Thank you for watching this Benz car review. Please subscribe if not already. If you have an idea for a future review, drop in the comments and I'll see what I can do. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, I have that option now. Check that out and join if you'd like. And I'll catch you on the next Benz car review.